And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
We're talking Giants every day. From McCovey Cove to the Oracle Park lights, Eric and Glenn keep the fire burning bright, fighting for the glory, no matter what it costs us, breaking down the moments from the wins to the losses. Giant Sports Talk, we're here for the ride. Eric and Glenn with the fan base pride, talking dreams, will they contend? But we'll back the Giants till the very end. Let's go, Giants! Yes, yes, yes! Oh! Eric and Glenn breaking it down, all Giants all the time.
All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live here Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. Myself, Glenn, and Lou are in the house, ready to talk some more baseball, Giants baseball specifically. So, yeah, let's have some fun, man. Got 49er Media saying good evening, Eric, Glenn, and Lou. What's up, 49er Media? Hope all is well. Hey, you're going to have to change it to San Francisco Giants Media because it's getting close. Right about 2 weeks until pitchers and catchers report. Some news. Look at this. I see it in the chat. As a matter of fact, it broke. Sort of, kind of. I wouldn't say it broke, but it's been out there just before we went live that looks like the Giants may be in some talks with Framber. We'll see what happens, man. We've seen this before, right? We've gone down this path before. We'll see what happens with it. But again, the title of the show: are the San Francisco Giants lurking? Because I think Baggerly was also talking about the Giants may still be in conversations of trying to acquire Donovan. Listen to me. Brendan Donovan, not Donovan.
Who are you thinking, Donovan Solano?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly where I went.
Well, he can hit. He can hit.
He can hit. Glenn, what's up, man?
Hey, you know what? I actually went 48 hours. Didn't even think of the Giants. Didn't even think very much about baseball. Just relaxing, getting that Giant mania out of my head. All the bad vibes are gone, Eric. I'm feeling fresh tonight. How about you, Lou?
It's amazing what 48 hours does to you. You know, we're one way, and now we don't talk, and now we got a lot to talk about tonight. I mean, there's a lot of info, a lot of everything, and I'll send it back to you, Eric, because I know time is limited. So we'll start right on the top.
Right. What's up, Fernando? Okay, so yeah, we're gonna talk. What are the Giants doing? I mean, with something that something you're talking about often, but maybe it's getting a little bit more right. The time is not on the Giants' side anymore. Now it's time to put up or shut up, shit or get off the pot. You name it, whatever aphorism you want to use.
Hey, Eric, are we only 2 weeks away from pitchers and catchers?
Somewhere around there, right? Yeah. February 10th, man. February 10th. So yeah, 2 weeks away. So it's going to be here before you know it. And there's a couple other things. Giants are in the news about being involved in a lawsuit. What?
What else is new? Jesus.
3 teams are being sued.
What are the big stories, Eric? Everything to do with anything but baseball.
Yeah.
With this team.
I know. And then I also want to talk about what was it yesterday? ESPN came out with their prospect list. And let's just say Bryce Eldridge is not exactly being shown in a favorable. I guess I shouldn't say that. Let's just say they're highlighting maybe the warts that Bryce Eldridge may have, and we'll get into that a little bit more. And again, look, everybody's got a list, right? Everybody, MLB Pipeline, Baseball America, ESPN. So whatever, you pick and choose. Hey, this is out there, so we're going to talk about it, right?
Well, we're going to talk about it, Eric, but you mentioned 2 names now. The Giants are, quote unquote, In on. I mean, you put any stock in that? Because that's all you hear. They're in on about 80% of the free agents. Hoping.
But I think they've actually had more than just the free water. They actually bought a cocktail and they're sipping and talking, getting advice from the bartender probably. I mean, you can feel it's a little bit different than average.
Are they up at Tommy's? They up at Tommy's, Lou?
Yeah. I mean, come on. I mean, as a Giants fan, at least they're being talked about. Right? That's kind of where we're hanging our hat, right? At least they're being talked about. And look, I kind of went off in our last show, get over it. Let's go out there and freaking do something. They don't got very much money tied up in pitching. So that Glenn, you have it in your title. You've had it in there for a while. We need pitching. And I just don't see how the Giants just can just look at what they have and say, yeah, this is what we're going to roll with. It just seems there's more at hand. And maybe there is, maybe there isn't.
They're doing that. They're just putting in time. I like Eric going a little Eagles off the top of the show tonight. Get over it. Oh, I like it. Yeah, this, Eric, this isn't a playoff team, but ifs and buts are always in our conversations. If they were to land, if they land both of those players, they're a playoff contender, Eric. I think they
100%
right up there.
You land those two guys, right? Lou, let me throw it to you. You land both Valdez and Donovan.
You get a ball.
Come on. Are you not look? And I'm not saying they're going to win the division. I mean, hey, in a baseball season, right? In a baseball, if you think of on paper, everybody says no, but that's with 20 other teams are saying that. The Dodgers are on a totally different level. They just are. But if you go out there and you get Valdez and Donovan, yeah, I know I'm back. If you get Valdez and Donovan, you're a strong contender in at least the wild card, right, Lou?
Yeah, you've taken a major step in a period of whenever this happens, if it does happen. You've taken care of your starting pitching. You're now lengthening your starting pitching, where maybe one of these guys can be your long reliever. You still have a few problems in the back of the bullpen, but you've also helped defensively because you have a great pitcher, ground ball pitcher, the works, and you've helped the overall lineup offensively. So you're taking steps in the right direction. Let me put it that way. I just think, with so many teams better than us, I'm not thinking playoffs yet. And like I said, the one key thing to me is just the schedule. How are they going to develop the schedule, especially if we have to depend on the youth, the first. So I think that's sort of important. So.
No doubt about it, right? I mean, it's the Giants. If the Giants want to compete, they're going to have to add a couple of more pieces. And I'm fine with it. Go out there and do it. We've said this a million times, right? Glenn, we're not the freaking Miami Marlins or the Tampa Bay Rays. And what I mean by that, I'm not just talking about in stature of the club, because of course the Giants have more history. I'm just talking about the wherewithal, the financial strength that the Giants have as compared to those teams. Why not? Right? Oh, you're muted. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
It's the best thing I've said all day, too. People say that, Eric, and no offense, but people always say that, well, the Giants are, but why, Eric? Why are they waiting so long? That is the question you have to ask. What is this lingering around the bowl? They haven't taken a bite yet. At least they're at the bowl, Eric. They haven't taken a nibble of the kibble yet. So I'm just wondering, what is holding the Giants back time after time? Is it money? And I think, as you guys would probably agree, it's probably length of contract. It always seems to creep into conversation, doesn't it, Lou?
Oh, yes, I believe it is, where, when you look at it, Valdez actually was the number one probably pitcher out there. Remember, right? The number one pitcher. He's still out there. The Giants now are trying to get creative. right? All right. Instead of 5, they probably watch the show, listen to Eric saying, all right, we'll do 3 and we'll pay him more per year. And then with Donovan, they obviously listen to the show and see how frustrated the chat is and say, my God, we got to do something to help the show. Let's pretend like we're still going after Donovan. Here's the thing about getting Donovan. Who are we going to give up? Okay. Again, they are in a situation where they want someone maybe a year from now. They don't want our single A guys like Washington. So you really got to see when they talk about a trade who we'd give up. And I think that's what's important because, obviously the chat and the whole entire Bay Area thinks, our rookie, the great one's going to come in and hit 30 and probably 20 steals and, be a great DH. And Eric's going to talk more about that. You guys, we got to start facing reality, okay? Eldridge might not be as good as we're hoping, okay? He's just going to be decent. So, I think the thing about that, getting Valdez really helps the defense, ground ball. Yes. And now what you do is you actually will have an ace on our team. You will actually have an ace. And what we talked about the other night, you might have now 1 and 1A in the Giants' minds, but you're definitely going to have an ace lefty. You then are going to have Webb, probably the best number 2 in baseball. And then you got Ray. You have a 3-headed monster. And when you do that, you're not really going to go through a lot of losing streaks. You know what I mean? Which really is one of those things where with only 2, you have a chance. So I think that's going to help. Now, here's the thing. You get both these guys. Remember last year, everyone said, 90 wins, 90 wins. That's without Atlanta, who's now healthier. That's without other teams that are going to be better. We weren't really thinking Arizona, who I think is better. Of course, San Diego still has their team and our overall schedule. Our schedule this year is a lot tougher than last year. Our road schedule is a lot tougher. And as we know, when we go on the road, it's like a mystery. So I think that's sort of the thing we got to think of, And again, we have a new guy at the helm. We have no clue. It doesn't matter. We can get all the superstars, but if you don't have a leader at the top to lead, that's going to be a question. So, I'm rooting. I mean, it makes our show better. So that's what's most important.
Thinking about the show, appreciate that.
One other thing I worry about is the longer you wait, do not underestimate the teams around us. The Arizonas, San Diego Padres. There are a lot of free agents still unsigned, including pitchers, Eric. I'm just taking a look at the list now. I mean, I think there'll be counter moves also. So, I mean, don't think that just signing a player makes you an instant. You got to play the games, Eric. And if these teams go out and add themselves, they boost their competition level, you're back into the same boat. But obviously, pitching is very important at this point. I say it every night. It's right there. Right there. We need pitching. Framber, anyone? So that would be a big addition to the team. Eric, do you think there's so if we add the pitching, we've added a center, quote unquote, still to be seen center fielder who's not an everyday player. He's just, this is the role that I guess they're going to throw him into. The Giants seem to do. They pluck players up and here's what you're going to be. You're going to be this good and you're going to do this. He's not an everyday player. Bailey hasn't hit for his life. This is a weak hitting team from probably number 6 down. Do we have enough offensively to get the job done in 26, Eric?
Well, I'm glad that you mentioned that. And before I answer that, I want to tag on to what Lou said. If you do add Framber, you should eliminate long losing streaks. There's no way you're going to lose 6-7 games in a row if you got both Webb and Framber at the top of your rotation. I just don't see it. I don't. They're that good. But you're asking about the offense. Well, Giants fan, I'm glad that you asked because this is one of the guys I think that can help if the Giants can get it done. Says adding Donovan makes the Giants a playoff contender from an offensive perspective. He says no way. I beg to differ. You think Donovan is going to hit 30 home runs and have 100 plus RBIs? Let me explain something to you, Giants fan, please. There is more to the game of baseball than hitting the ball over the fence, right? Come on. You have guys out there, if you just put the ball in play, if you play smart baseball, if you have a glove, that guy is just as valuable as someone who's going to knock you in 30 to 40 home runs, right? Everything is not based on the long ball.
Bingo.
It's baseball, not home run derby. So I think if you add Donovan, and to answer your question about this, if you add Donovan to the mix, Glenn, it's going to be a much better lineup, and the Giants are going to the Giants are going to win some games, man. Right?
Totally agree.
And I said that the other day. I think the Giants could win possibly 90 games if you're able to get both Framber and Donovan. It's possible. Now, is it guaranteed? No. I'm just saying that it is possible. Of course, you got to play the games, as you said. And the game is, we're talking 6 months worth of baseball.
I'd like to see the San Francisco Giants, Eric, on the same, to kind of answer my own question. I'd like to see them play a little more small ball and kind of adapt to their own ballpark, Eric, which they never seem to do. Yeah. And you remember getting into the gate such a big way last year? We saw a little small ball from that ball club, especially the first week of the season, and then it petered out. It was gone. I never saw it the rest of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
So maybe there's Eric. The Giants are riddle me this, Eric or Lou. The Giants always seem to be the team that try to break the mold. Well, why not become a small ball team, do something differently, and score some runs? Get me some speed, drive runs in, give those pitchers the lead, and then walk away with a victory.
And go Lou. Go ahead,
Lou. Glenn, you mean adapt to your ballpark? Is that what you're saying?
I know that's a lot to ask of this club.
Know.
I'm telling you.
Hey, before I give you a little more comment, hey Gordo, I'm going to tell you something, and I don't mean to be rude. You're talking Matos, Encarnacion, and McKay are tradable.
No,
we would trade all three of those guys, and we would be able to get pom-poms for Drew Gilbert. That's it. Those guys shouldn't be in the major leagues. Encarnacion was a complete flop. He should go back to the Mexican League. Okay, those guys are, they're tradable, but nobody's going to want them. Nobody. And that's all three of them together. If you remember, Susan Slusser said, Matos not getting any time. My God, the talk about him, he probably won't even last free agency. So many teams want him. Guess how many teams have called about him? 0. So Giants have so many pitchers, young, we're not sure of. We have guys that should not be on our team. And we talked about this last year. We have a lot of guys between majors and 3A, known as 4A. Okay? Those guys aren't going anywhere because nobody wants them. So, again, hey, I love your comment, where you're thinking they're tradable. But you got to remember, we're not going to be able to get except pom-poms for Drew Gilbert, Glenn's favorite, in right field. That's about it.
Easy.
But I'm just letting you know. The one thing, too, about the Giants is they've been very, very lucky injury-wise. We've had a few outfielders go down, but we've been very lucky pitching-wise. It's just a matter of time. We've been blessed where most of our pitchers have been pretty good. So it's going to be one of those things, But, again, getting Framber Valdez takes us to a whole nother level. Okay. You get a lefter. If Ray could have 75% of the year he had last year and maybe some of his past, but the other thing too, what we talked about, you get him for 3 years, you have a replacement for Ray when he walks.
Thank you.
Big P.
There you go.
You're welcome.
And hey, and at least this year, tell me right now, if the Giants were able to make the playoffs, are you and I said this before and I'll say it again, if you have a rotation that is headed by Valdez, Webb, and Ray, I kind of like the Giants' chances in short series.
Yeah.
And you remember how it starts.
Any different. I mean, come on.
There's 3 games, then it goes to 5, then it goes to 7.
Yeah.
With the 3, you could survive because you're going to have a stud going all 3 games.
Exactly, because you'll have days off in the middle of there, and hey, this is it, man. Right? Once you get in the playoffs, you got to win 11 games.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's go.
Let me get back to the hitting for a second, Eric, and I want to ask you something. Do you think, I want your honest opinion, because I have a bit of a fear heading into the season on this very, very topic. Do you think the new manager can separate himself from the past? Can he separate himself from the SEC can he say, okay, I know I'm working with my boy in right field. Is he able to say, you're on the bench, you're not playing?
Yeah.
Or is there gonna be a love affair between
Look.
him and Drew Gilbert?
Look, if he's a baseball guy, everyone says he's married to the game. If that's true, then he will make the right decision. I don't think it's going to be based on his association with some of these guys. I think he's going to put out there the best people and put them in the positions that is going to lead to success.
Okay.
If he, again, and I have no reason to doubt that he's not a smart baseball guy, but if he's making his decision from here and not here, there's a problem. But I got a feeling he's got a lot more up here. I'm not saying that he doesn't have any passion. I'm not saying he doesn't have any passion, but when it comes to decision making, you're going to have to balance them.
I don't know if Lou's got any feedback over the last few days. I told you I didn't talk much baseball or anything. I did have a conversation with someone who attended the Fan Fest over the weekend over in the East Bay, Eric, and they said it was a complete – I won't even –
I heard it was a mess.
It was a mess. It was a total mess. They were so disappointed. They said, why did I knew before I went. There was autograph lines. They didn't get a single autograph. You'd get close to the front of the line. You'd stand in line for 2 hours. I'm fifth now. Okay, we're cutting off the line. They were pissed. So apparently, from the people I know who have attended these minimal fan fests so far, that's all they are. Instead of having one big one, they're just flopping them around all over the place, which I don't understand. But apparently he's rubbed off. Maybe the manager is rubbed off on Drew Gilbert because everybody's telling me, over in Korea and Japan and the Nippon League, they got those beautiful cheerleaders on. They go, yeah. That's a big thing at those games. Well, apparently you put our new manager in a tutu and give him pom-poms. He fit right in because apparently he's high-fiving and he's Mr. Rah-Rah. And everybody's saying, like, God, he's like an older edition. He'll be running through the dugout, ripping jerseys off with his teeth this year himself. So I don't know. He's a rah-rah guy, Eric.
He is. No, he is. Let's see.
We're entering the season. He's still never managed at the major league level.
He hasn't. No, he hasn't. And look, but if you're giving him the talent, right? Because that's who's winning your games, right? Don't get me wrong. The manager still has to make some important decisions during the game. But if you can rely on Logan Webb and Framber Valdez and then have a lineup that's anchored by Devers and then you put in Donovan and then you got the defensive Bader, I like my chances. And then late game situations. Hey, Drew, get out there to left field. I want you to catch the ball. You got the lead by 2 or 3. Gilbert, get out there. I want you to catch everything that's coming to you.
I still don't like their political move already. Don't forget as well, Eric, and I'm going to be negative again now. Don't forget, the Giants have already come out publicly. Well, this is a real political move, Eric, as you probably understand me saying this. They've already come out and go, well, if he struggles in the first year, well, that's to be expected. They're already setting them up that failure.
I like that.
Failure is, we can live with that. He's a new manager. Then you should have hired a better one. Don't give me, no more excuses, Eric. And that's all I'm hearing so far is excuses. Am I wrong, Lou?
100%. And I've been saying that the whole time. No excuses. None.
Yeah, no excuses. But they're already making excuses. Well, if it doesn't work, he's a new manager. You got to give him time. The time is now. The time is now, Eric. There's a team that never plays 500 baseball. Time's now.
It's a fact.
Don't settle.
I think it's important the Giants come out and they play well early. They don't get buried, and they have a good year, especially with the lockout. It's going to be really hard to come back if there is a major lockout next year for 20.
Yeah, come out early. Don't forget that schedule, Lou, in April. Woo.
Yeah, it's brutal. So
it's brutal. Look, I tell you what, if they could finish.
The one thing I do want, Eric and Glenn from Tony V, a consistent lineup. I want to know who's going to lead off 90% of the time, batting second, third, because I think the biggest problem with the Giants is, and we talk a lot about the bullpen. People used to, when the Giants were successful, everyone had a role. Everyone knew their role, especially in the bullpen. 6th inning, who was responsible? 7th, 8th, closer. Now with our lineup, we got to know where too many times last year, oh my God, the guy's batting seventh is a disaster. 8, 9. Who's leading off? Got to be consistent, because when you do it, then everybody knows the rules. Everyone's going to be more successful, because I think going to the ballpark when you're not sure if you're starting, you're batting third or eighth or whatever, I think mentally it's pretty tough, because most of these guys, I don't care what you say, you're a major leaguer, you have a strong ego. But when you're not playing, I mean, you take someone like Matos all year. Oh, dude, once you get to the majors, the guy's going to stay. The guy never left. You know what I mean? So I think just be consistent. That's all I'm asking. Now, again, what I mean by consistent, a lefty and a righty obviously can be different, but last year it was like a mystery. You never knew who was going to come. Devers batted fourth, no, then third, then second. Just be consistent, Tony V.
Jung-Hoo Lee was abused. I mean, I think he batted everywhere,
every position. Yeah,
I think 1 through 9 he was batting, and yeah, I like what you're saying. Throw out your guys out there. At least your first 5. Your first 5 should be set every day. Boom, boom, boom. Of course, some guys might have to take a day, and that's fine, but not series by series, man. You got to have your guys out there every single day. We all talk about this with the game, right? It's a game of repetition. And the more repetition you got, well, if you're a good baseball player, it's all going to pan out in the end. But
I got some good news for you today. We didn't break yet, Eric.
Uh-oh.
All right, so I've been in contact with Major League Baseball over the last week. So I know you like a little pizza, don't you? You like a little
pizza?
Yeah, remember last year?
Yeah, don't even.
Last year, how much fun we had going in for some pizza and then going to the ball game, a lot of hanging out there.
Hey, look at that. Yeah, buddy.
I'm in contact now. First of all, we might be doing the show opening day from over in Mission Rock, having a little pizza. All right. Then on top of that, I'm going to be attending, I think it's 16 of the first 19 games, including road trip in San Diego. So we're going to do the show live from San Diego. I'll be joining you guys from the press box in San Diego, baby.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm in talks now with the Giants getting a press pass for select games during the year, including the Toronto Blue Jays series. I believe it's not until July, but a lot of things happening. We're going to be doing shows. I had so much fun opening day last year. I said, I just want to go and hang out, remote locations, talk to the fans, rub shoulders with the heavies. And, I might have to wear a shirt and tie. I'm not sure what goes on, the etiquette, if you will. I'm going to have to dress up, but we'll see. It's better than putting a bag over my head. I put down the team so long. Sooner or later, they're going to say, Are you Glenn from Giant Sports Talk? Like, no, not me. I got a bag over my head. Or the funny nose and glasses, if you remember them, the big nose with the mustache.
Yeah.
I might have to go in disguise, but if I don't start getting a little more chipper about this team. But I'm telling you, Eric, getting Framber and doing these shows live, I'll be chipper as all get out.
Hey, there you go, man. How about that? Now that's going to be something.
Yeah,
I thought those baseball cards of you two were just for me. I guess it's for his fan club when he travels, Eric. His baseball cards. I mean, his baseball card is that Tommy sitting in the on the board. People go, "Who is that?" So I'm just, I'm getting a little bit worried.
Hey,
he might be getting too big for us. Yeah, look at him.
Yeah, I know, man.
The card's right on the board.
Yeah, right there.
I see it.
You see it?
I see it there.
Zoom in. I see it there.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun. But yeah, we're going to take the show on the road, Eric. And like you say, I already booked. San Diego's booked. I mean, Major League Baseball doesn't give me plane rides and everything. So I got to get there. But then I get up to the press box. And I've never been in the press box in San Diego. And then working with the Giants on some games there over at the park. And they won't just dish them out to every game, to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. So you had to have an in, which, of course, is the Toronto Blue Jays. So I will be representing Northern Lights Entertainment, not necessarily just
Hey, whatever works.
Northern Lights Entertainment
whatever
in
works.
Winnipeg seemed to have a bigger ring to it for some reason. I don't know.
Obviously.
But
All right,
anyway, and then, I'm going to go. I've got my tickets for opening day straight through the first, till the 17th or the 19th, and I'm going to be going to the series when they play up in Seattle in the 1st of March. I'm spending 4 days up there. Going to be going to the Mariners game. I am going to be following the team around. It's not going to be the same without Wilmer at the hotel greeting me. I still don't even know who I'm cheering for yet, Eric.
Oh, my God. All right. I tell you what, since we're getting some of these out of the way, well,
Maybe this
we've got,
guy.
quite a few-
Maybe that guy is my new favorite.
There you go. Or hey, how about this guy?
Everybody cheers for him.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm surprised he doesn't have his own baseball card. We're going to have to start adding cards to the collection. Each month adding somebody. So, we'll pick somebody and add it to the collection of cards.
Yeah,
Lou,
right.
Lou better get in line because we got a lot of good ones there.
We have a friend of the show who had some news today. Let's just knock this out of the way as well. Marty Lurie. If you guys follow him on Twitter, you guys would have got the tweet. His documentary, The Marty Lurie Story, Baseball Minch, is now available on Amazon Prime, guys. So if you guys want to go take a look at Marty's movie, there you go.
The man, the myth, the
There you
legend.
go. Baseball Minch, The Marty Lurie Story. And yes, as you can see, I watched it again. So guys, it's a great $3 to spend. It gets into how Marty got into the business of broadcasting and all that good stuff, and a little bit about what he did as a criminal defense attorney. So again, guys, go check it out. You will not be disappointed, and you may see a glimpse of yours truly.
Mhm.
There you go.
Good. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm not speaking or nothing, but you'll see my ugly mug on the show. So
Geez, Lou taking shots with the baseball card. Eric's going prime time.
no, okay, yeah,
Celebrity status.
yeah. But you know what?
Good on you.
Yeah. Hey, it's fun, man. It's a lot of fun, and it's a great movie.
Hey, Lou.
Culminating
This
in the
schedule. So I'll be seeing a lot of those games in person. I'll probably see you at a few at the ballpark. You already cut it the 7th inning, so I'm going to go down and steal your seat.
Yeah.
We've talked about it so many times. That's a tough month of April, Eric.
Yeah, I go to Augusta and then I come back and it's brutal. It's very, very difficult. I mean, I think probably the first 6 weeks. That's why, for the Giants to be successful, they got to get off to a great start like they did last year, because it's going to be very difficult. I mean, and again, the first series are already getting a benefit because the Yankees ace and their number 2 aren't going to be back until a week after, but you got to start off good. And, the schedule is very weird. You play 3 games in 4 days and then you go on the road for a week, and it's tough because, you get all excited. You're going to be the primetime game, the opening night, not opening day of the season. It starts early again. You get all excited. Big series against the Yankees. You got to try to take 2 out of 3 from there. And then you go on the road, and it's tough, and that's really where you go on the road. If you don't have a good start, you come back, that road trip could be a disaster from hell. So, but see what you can do. Just, try to stay close to 500. That's all I'm asking.
Lou, when have you ever seen a team start? I know you sometimes, not always, not all the teams will do this, but you see they play Wednesday night.
Yep.
Opening night. They're the primetime game, the only game in town. Then they're off Thursday. And that's, common occurrence. Then a bunch of teams play the next day, and then they slide into the weekend. See the Giants' schedule this year? Wednesday, off Friday, play Wednesday, off Thursday, play Friday, Saturday, and they're off on Sunday. When do you see that in baseball, Eric? Off on a Sunday?
Well, you know what it is? It's because of the weather. They want to compensate. So if they got to have a makeup game, they could do that.
No, that's the Thursday. They don't play the Sunday because they've moved Sunday
because they're going
Wednesday.
Yeah, it's just the way they do that now. Oh, by the way, real quick before we go any further, did you see when the trade deadline is? The trade deadline is now August 3rd. It's not going to be on August 1st or July 31st.
Yeah.
And there will be no day games, so then we won't see the stupidity of if you see a guy running out to the outfield to play again, and then all of a sudden come back in, you've been traded. That's kind of Wilmer Flores.
Which I think is a good move. I think it's a lot better move. And it's better for the fans, and it's better for the players.
It is. Which one do I want to bring up here?
I still think your illustrious president, Eric, he's a sports guy. He makes appearances at all kinds of sports events. Make opening day a holiday, Eric.
That would be nice, huh?
Give people the day off, at least school. It should be a day off, Eric. It's a day of celebration. Spring has sprung. Here we go. New season, fresh. Everybody starts with the same record. It should. I don't know, Eric. I think it should be, because how many kids are at a school anyway? Just sneaking
Yeah.
off the ballpark with mom and dad, or dad's taking them to their first game. I think it should be a day off, and that's it.
Would be nice, huh? It's America's pastime, isn't it? Hey, let's take it. Speaking of our pastime, here we are. We alluded to this. San Francisco Giants are being sued for allegedly charging hidden junk fees that illegally inflated ticket costs and weren't disclosed until checkout. 3 MLB teams are now battling lawsuits over similar allegations, the others being the Red Sox and the Nationals.
How much of my $5 did they rip me off, Eric?
You know what? I wonder if it has to do with
And then-
maybe some of the bigger games like Giants, Dodgers, and all this other stuff. So I don't know.
And Eric, this happened to StubHub a lot. So what StubHub does is they charge you a fee, then they charge you a service fee, and then they tax you on 2 of those fees instead of just the tax on the whole thing. And that's how
Right.
they make their money. It's a search engine. So I think there's a
Wow.
difference between a search engine, which StubHub is, SeatGeek, compared to buying really from the Giants front office.
Take it away, Eric.
Said the Giants are accused of charging hidden junk fees that illegally inflated, blah, 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 making the third team sued over similar allegations in the past 5 months. The proposed class action filed in California federal court alleges Giants systematically cheated fans out of millions of dollars.
Then
Over
go
the course
spend
of
it. Go spend
Yeah.
it.
You go spend. There you go, Glenn. That's what I'm talking about. It claims that the class includes hundreds of thousands of consumers who were deceived into spending more than advertised for tickets. Says, although the team stopped charging these fees by July of 2024. Okay, so this is from the past. After passage of California state law prohibiting them, they have not refunded the fans millions of dollars in junk fees that those fans have been charged. Named a plaintiff in the case, Juan Flores bought 2 tickets for a game between the Giants and Padres, March of 24, advertising $10 a piece. Once they got the checkout page, the additional convenience or processing fees were added. The suit says upping the total price to 29 to 45% increase over what was advertised. The pressure on him to complete the purchase was amped up by the countdown clock that appeared in the webpage that gave him limited time to review all the information, input his payment information, and read to all the terms and conditions.
Well,
Had he known about these fees, he would not have purchased those tickets. So there you go.
Oh, wow.
Processing fees.
I didn't want to, but I went to the game anyway. I still paid. Yeah.
Whatever.
That
I mean-
old clock will get you every time.
Now, those processing fees, who does those processing fees go to? I have no idea. Does it go to the club? Does it go to somebody? I don't know.
Lou, have you been to a Warriors game? Dude, you go to the ticket window there and you ask for a $30 or $50 ticket. Dude, you still end up paying $110.
Yeah. Man, you go use a credit card. Guess what? You're paying a 3% processing charge, right?
On top of
Right.
that.
So are you not going to make the purchase? Get out of here. See, that's kind of,
Yeah.
that seems
And
like
the thing about like StubHub, so to give you an example, the Super Bowl's next week. So StubHub was very well known is you see a fee, you buy 4 tickets. When you check out, all of a sudden it's got all these added fees. Glenn, go out for dinner in San Francisco and see how many fees there are. And there's abbreviations you've never seen before. And the problem is these places then tax you on the 4 added fees. By law, you're only allowed to do the initial payment of the bill. And I think that's what's getting people. But like to give you an example, a normal thing like a Giant game in April, StubHub will charge like 7 or 8% more, right? Because that's their fee for doing all the stuff, not even printing the tickets, all that stuff. For the Super Bowl, StubHub's 24% since it's local. It's ridiculous. You think you buy 2 tickets, it's $11,000 each, and all of a sudden you look and it's like, oh my God, another $8,000.
It's
Sorry,
everywhere
that's the
these
way it
days, though.
is.
it's
When I
everywhere.
was over at the National Collectors Convention 2 years ago, Eric. The one in 3 years ago. I was in Chicago. So Bernice and I went to an ice cream, a sundae shop, and I had an ice cream. It was so humid and hot there. I said, let's get an ice cream. And you're talking to a little sundae shop, Eric. And the prices, same thing. They don't tell you until you ring it in. I go, what happened there? And speaking as somebody who I think I'm a generous tipper to begin with. That's the mandatory 20% tip.
Yeah.
On an ice cream. I go,
Or an ice cream.
Yeah. I wanted to throw it back in their lap. What are you talking about? Mandatory. Oh, it's a mandatory 20% on your ice cream. He said, yeah, stick that cone. Not for me.
Where the sun don't shine, right? Exactly.
Gets me another Wilmer Flores upper deck.
Hey, where's Wilmer going to go, you think? That'd be interesting to see where he goes.
Is he going to go? I still say the Toronto Blue Jays could use him off the bench. What an illustrious farewell that would be to ride off into the sunset with as a Blue Jay.
Hey,
and then when he goes in the Hall of Fame, he'll still have to wear the Giants. Glad you asked. Glad you brought that up.
Oh, that's good. That's good. All right, here, let's bring this up. Since it was in the news yesterday, let's talk about this. Let's talk and tell me what you guys think. Again, lists all over the damn place, right? This is the ESPN list. God, what is this bullshit here, man? Get out of here. Can't zoom in, and all of a sudden,
Hey, Caitlin, come here.
Look at this.
My
man.
daughter just walked in, Eric. Nobody is, I don't know if she wants to go on camera or not. Nobody's met my daughter, but you'll see. What is she sporting? What's she wearing?
Hey, I see orange and black. I like it.
Wearing that
I like
Giants jacket, Eric.
There we go, man. Wearing orange and black. That's what I'm talking about. Not the black and orange. Don't confuse it. It's not black and orange. That means you're an Orioles fan. You're an Orioles fan.
Where that jacket went, Eric. I was looking for that.
Got to go in. Nice. Got to go orange and.
All righty.
All right, here we go. Again, everybody, right? Baseball America's got their list. MLB Pipeline has their list. ESPN came out with their list yesterday. All right. And let's see what they say about Bryce Eldridge. Ranked 59th. All right. First line, let's see. Age 21, bats left, throws right. Type, big league ready at 6'7" with plus power and a decent approach. But little else. Whew. Man, that's brutal, right? Isn't that's kind of brutal, don't you guys think? Just a little bit.
That's very brutal.
I mean, basically he's just all bat. Doesn't do anything else. That's what they're saying, right? Again.
So Eric, I know we don't have last year's thing, do we? By chance?
I don't know what you might be able to find it. You might be able
because
to
it's sort of amazing. Just recently, in the last, I'd say 10 days, with all these new charts, Eldridge has gone from a no-brainer stud that should be starting. Why in the hell would Eric even ask, should he start in the minor leagues? To now, remember, this isn't in the majors. These are prospects, guys.
These are prospects, yeah.
Prospects. So, when you guys say, oh, Eldridge, we should never trade him. Oh, we shouldn't do this. Is it too late? Are people realizing? I think of this. When Washington, when we almost made the trade with the Nationals, why was Eldridge not even mentioned? You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things where, sometimes the Giants have been known of propping their stars from the minor leagues as studs. You guys have got to be very cautious because they haven't been proven, over the last 10 years. So,
right?
Sorry.
No, it's good. You make some good points. We just don't know. Honestly, he's 21. We don't know where he's going to be. We only saw him play 2 weeks worth of baseball. You really can't come to that conclusion as far as his major league is concerned. Now, this is more him as a prospect, and but I found that interesting. Let's continue on to see what he says here. Eldridge was a two-way prospect out of high school, right? Received mid to late first-round projections as a power-hitting first baseman with shocking contact rates against top pitching in the summer. He was also the second-round prospect on the mound with a power fastball and a slider. The pitching really doesn't matter because that's not what he's going to be doing in with the San Francisco Giants. Playing 66 games last year in AAA as a 20-year-old before getting into 10 games at the big league level. Again, not just a cup of coffee. Eldridge is a pretty polished prospect for what he is. A hitter with his swing playing approach and other traits geared to get his power in games. What that means is a 35 to 40 grade hitter. Think of a 230 batting average with a decent walk rate and 20 to 30 home runs. That's the projection. He's a 40 grade runner and a below average first baseman. So the question is whether Eldridge will bring enough other than home runs to the table to be a strong everyday type player. Being in the big leagues while players his age are getting ready for their junior year in college is a good signal that he'll reach that. But he could also be at risk of being non-tendered once he's being paid more than the league minimum because veteran first basemen are not expensive in free agency. Again, when I read this, I was like, wow, this is kind of, I'm not going to say it's harsh, but it's not exactly painting them in a favorable light. So I don't know.
Sort of a gut punch.
A little bit. Yeah. I don't, to be honest with you, do we know enough? And now these guys, they go over the prospects and I don't know how they get their data and all this stuff. But this kind of look, if you think about it, what did Kyle Haynes say? Remember when he was on there with FP Santangelo and Susan Slusser on their podcast? They had Kyle Haynes, and what did he say? His base running and his defense is at high A to double A level. So this is kind of in line. I'm talking about what ESPN is writing about. It's kind of in line on what Kyle Haynes, who is the senior president of player development for the San Francisco Giants, has been saying. So, yeah, I mean, if you start putting these together, it's like, okay, well, is he as touted? And Lou, I think you mentioned this. Is he as touted as what the fan base is making him out to be? I mean, there may be some truth to that. But again, he's 21, and we really don't know. So we'll just have to keep an eye on to see how this works out. What do you think, Glenn?
I was just going to ask you, Eric, while we were doing that little soliloquy, tell me if he's your DH. Now, people are saying maybe he won't start. Maybe he'll be at AAA. Have we added enough to fill? They're not even small roles. Who would be our DH on a daily basis?
It's going to be Eldridge. Right now, it's tracking to be Eldridge. I don't know if it's going to be
tracking, but if things don't play, if he has a brutal spring training and they decide, oh, maybe this isn't the right track to follow, then again, there are pieces missing. And don't think that you can go through the season without a quality DH.
You know what they may do? And Toronto did this.
Bring back my boy.
Well, hey, who knows? But the Blue Jays did this. They didn't have one DH. You had a rotisserie of DH guys, right? So maybe that's what they
do. That, Eric. Yeah.
Maybe the Giants will do that. I mean, honestly, that's a position where you can. Okay, if you're facing a righty, well, you put in a lefty DH. If you're facing a lefty, you could put in a righty DH.
But can you get away with doing that and having a platoon closing role too? Like, what are we doing, Eric?
I'm just saying. I don't know. I mean,
we don't.
Who else is out there? Maybe. Hey, have Dom Smith. Maybe you sign Dom Smith as a DH and also at first baseman. I mean, I don't know.
Let me ask you this. Everybody's talking tonight. Flavor of the day is Framber, and that's appropriate. But listen, Eric, I was thinking about this during the last 48 hours. I don't know if this has come to either of your minds. Hey, if we get a lead and, the pitcher goes 6-7 innings, what do we do? You're nursing that lead at that point. I don't think our bullpen is what people are cracking it up to be, Eric.
Look, I think our bullpen is good up till the damn closer. That's where it is. I mean, you got Miller, you got Hinches. Who else you got for Gage? You got three lefties in the bullpen there. You got San Martin that you picked up. I don't know if Gregory Santos is going to make the team. He's on a minor league contract. You got Peguero, who's the flamethrower. I don't know.
Yeah, still a lot of question marks there for me, though.
Yeah, no. You're look. That concerns me too. End of the game pitching. That one is going to be crucial for the Giants, and I don't know what they're going to do. Tom, I agree, man.
And not to sound like a broken record, Lou, but I think it all comes down once we get through and we're not even getting. You're not going to get a real feel, or at least I don't expect to follow the preseason like I normally would with the World Baseball Classic going. I think my focus will be there. I think the real tail of the tape will come opening day. And that first month of the season, we're going to see the real Giants better be ready to stand up, Lou.
Well, and I'll let Lou, you take. But here's the thing: April is only 1 month out of 6.
Yeah, but you fall
The thing you don't
hard.
want to think. The thing you don't want to do is you just don't want to get buried in April. You don't want to do that. If you could get through April playing 500 baseball, whew, I'm okay with that. You just don't want to get buried. End of story. You can't win the pennant. And look, we say this a million times. You can't win it in April, but you can lose it if you get buried. So we'll see how that's going to work. We're talking about who's going to be closing games for the San Francisco Giants. You know what? We got someone on the roster who's going to close it when the game is over, baby. There we go. Our proud sponsor of Giant Sports Talk Live, Tommy's Mexican Restaurant, home of the world famous.
Maybe we can get my buddy to show up. My buddy will show up.
The crab or the orange man or both?
Oh, they want special appearance by the Crazy Crab.
Oh, man. Again, March 14th, guys. Mark it on your calendar. We're going to be, all three of us are going to be there having some fun. So
that kickstarts it too. We'll be doing that. We're going to be doing the show on opening day. We got, opening day is something special to behold itself. And then all these other events we got planned. And I think it's going to be, even if we don't win, Eric, we're going to have some fun this year. Absolutely.
Lou, chime in here. Fernando wants to know, if I go to Tommy's, what food dish do you recommend?
So they have, I'm a big pork guy. So they have a thing called Chili Colorado, which is exceptional. The burritos are huge. Yeah, that's what she said. But it's pretty cool. That's usually my go-to thing. Of course, the free chips and salsa, I usually have like 2 of those. And then, of course, top it off with a margarita. Nothing better.
Only Lou. More dating advice from Lou.
Yeah, right.
And you can wash it down. What's that number 21, Lou? What's that number, the famous number 21? Correct me if I'm wrong. What was it? What did I go home with?
Oh, no, G4.
G4.
Yeah, the tequila.
G4. I thought it was
where the brother-in-law makes. Very well known. You can only get it there. Yep.
I didn't know Lou is the right guy to ask about food. I know he's knowledgeable when it comes to the bar, but I don't know what the food
is. Yeah, that's pork. There you go.
What did I have, Lou? You remember? What did I have, Lou?
You actually got the combo. You split it with your wife. You got the full combo. And then you got a tamale, an enchilada, and a taco.
Oh, my God. You're making me hungry, man. Woo-wee!
And I think you got refried beans, where normally I get black beans. But yeah.
I love the refried beans with some rice. Oh, baby. Let's go, man.
So it was quite a feature. In fact, I think we had a few sample shots, too. We had G4, sample shot, Ocho. The little guy came over and said, "Sorry, Lou, the bar's full. So here, I gave you and me and Glenn a shot." Glenn goes, "I'm drinking a beer." He said, "Don't worry about it."
I was like, keep them there all night. This is good. Eric, they were coming in all directions. I was like, whose is that? Lou's like, you better catch up. That's yours too. That was Eric, you missed out on a big night. You made a big night. Watching me run down the street with the bottle in my hand and then going, "Oh, I got to pee," and then running back.
No. I was here talking about freaking Kyle Tucker going to the Dodgers.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing. Oh,
yeah, that was a lot of fun, Lou. You know what? Think about it. Think about the fun we've had. But now that is right up there. Maybe number 2. I still think our night at Oracle Park was right up there. But I tell you, close second, our night at Tommy's, Eric, we've had so much fun. being part of the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this one, we open the door to the fans. I mean, if you're a fan of the show or a fan of the Giants, and Lou, you said, well, it's not really a secret anymore. We might have special Giant Sports Talk guests arrive.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we're actually us three are gonna be getting something from Julio himself, a little something to wear to
Nice.
help us out. And then so we're trying to make it special because, guys, I'm going to tell you one thing. When I treated these two guys, where we were lucky enough to sit in my seats, people were coming up to Glenn. Hey, is that Eric? Hey,
Oh,
is that
come
Eric?
on, man. Come
Is that Eric? Hey,
Yeah,
is
that
that
didn't piss
Glenn?
me off or anything.
Is that Glenn?
Not even-
Yeah.
come on.
So now you guys will be able to see us in a nice environment, and then it also makes it because we want to go to Tommy's every maybe other month. Longbridge Pizza, like I said, a buddy I got to meet went to Arizona, so we'll probably do that before a game. And we'll pick good games, and I loved again. I know Glenn has good seats. It's $5 seats, but I love going like on a Thursday night to the bleachers, just sitting there.
Yeah, that's
relaxing.
going to be.
Good thing I
have
got
a
those
little
military
fun.
grade binoculars now, Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So
Thanks to that
I just
fan
think
and
it's, we're gonna make it a destination and make it
Fun
worth
event.
our while.
There you go. I like that. It's going to be.
Eric and I were at a game against was it Miami or Colorado?
Miami.
Yeah, the Miami Marlins. So I go to pick up my binoculars.
Yeah.
I look more like a pirate. I was able to go like this.
A spyglass.
In two pieces.
Yeah, a spyglass.
I'm like, what the hell? Bernice says, I think that guy walked on them. So now I got the military grade. They look, you know what? They always get nervous, Lou. They search my binoculars every time because apparently you can go on Amazon and find binoculars.
With the booze. Oh
They
yeah.
put the booze in it.
Yep.
Oh, no, that's funny. But dude, that's the best. That's the best thing about baseball. It's just catching a game with friends. And when you can catch a game with a bunch of friends, that's so much fun. It is.
Yeah.
Is Abraham going to be at the event?
He might be. The March 14th. He's going to have a lot of work going on because they got like a deadline on March 15th. So he's going to try to make it out there. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun.
I don't see much. Where is Abraham these days?
Yeah, he's out there. Yeah, I saw him in the chat. He's out there saying a couple of.
Can't keep up with the chat. We got so many people in here lately. Man, the numbers are up. We're making more money.
Yeah, it's not bad,
More
man. It's not
coin.
bad.
This is
Have
great.
fun.
We're paying the bills. You're not riding the bus anymore.
It's fun, man. That's what it's all about. I mean, we come on here 3 times a week, and we just fun, just talking baseball. Yeah.
You looking forward to the baseball classic, Eric?
Yeah, why not, man? That's going to be good stuff. I can't wait. It's baseball. Look, I caught my first baseball game in January last weekend. That was a lot of fun.
How was that up in Sacramento?
It was fun, man. As a matter of fact, they're going to come up here again on February 12th or something. You're coming up in February.
And what was it? More like maybe rookie ball, AA, JC? What was it?
It's JC. It's junior college baseball.
Junior college.
But it's fun to watch, man. It is. They're going to come to Elk Grove, which is a lot closer to me than Sacramento, and we'll go catch some games up there as well.
Perfect.
How many subs we got? How many subs? Somebody just said 10K by the end of the year. What are we at now?
Like 2,100, 21. Hold on. Let me see.
Beauty.
2179.
Not bad for a show that's a year old.
Hey, good, man. We're just a couple of guys just on here talking baseball. Sometimes making fools of ourselves. So
Yeah, more often than not.
And by the way, that's our winner. Isn't insane? No, who won the contest to come with us to a game?
it was anonymous, but I already have another guy.
Insane.
I have another guy that is going to take his spot. Our good friend Dilly. Remember Dilly? Dilly will be joining us for that game.
Yeah, what I'll do is, and we'll get Dilly's information. I should be getting tickets from my brother probably in the next couple of weeks, and then we'll let Dilly decide which works for him with all of us, and then going. And then if you're at that game, of course, you're more than welcome to come over.
Little Dilly.
Knowing
Little
Glenn,
Dilly.
he's working the system, he'll just come on the field and say, "Hey guys, how are you? How are your seats?"
Nice.
Well, you got to remind Dilly, he's got to, after the game, he's got to go home, Eric. Isn't that what they say, Lou? Little Dilly won't go home.
I don't know that.
You don't know that?
Now, who is that? Oh yeah, you guys are all about the rock and roll.
I think that's the sweet. Little dilly dilly won't go home.
Sweet, good call.
Oh, there you go.
Hey,
See?
Dilly could be anonymous because anonymous is anonymous.
Yeah, hey, there you go. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
And look, we'll announce it. You know, we'll meet people before the game or something, like you said, Lou, and we'll make it a day of it. Should be fun.
Should I be getting a little more excited, Eric? This Framber news. I'm
Dude, I want to. I want to get excited. I really do. But we've seen this before.
Let me ask the crowd. You getting excited?
Okay, yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go.
He's all excited. He's gonna put the moves on Lucille's mom again.
Hey, Eric, can Glenn actually ask Mr. AI, is it going to happen?
There
Are
you
the
go.
rumors
Ask
true?
your AI friend.
Yeah, he's not here tonight.
Oh, never
he's not
mind.
there tonight. All right.
He's
When we finally have a story and we need help from him, he's picketing. I got it.
Oh man, the thing.
Join us. What is today? Wednesday? Yeah,
Wednesday.
Join us on Friday night. I'm going to ask him to give me details about the world famous Tommy's Margarita. So
Oh, there you
we
go.
go.
Nice.
I'll have to get him I have to get him a little promo for the show. And now the AI update of the night.
Gosh, oh my God! Could you imagine? Goodness gracious! But
Oh my!
Your number
man.
one source for Giant sports talk and debate.
Hey.
Always has been, always will be. Giant
Nice.
Sports Talk Live.
hey, there we go.
Always
music going, why
has
not?
been, always will.
I'll tell you what. One thing that concerns me the most out of everything is the news where the Giants are always used to bump the numbers for somebody else, right? It's just, come on.
Well, they bumped the price, bumped the numbers too, right?
Yeah, well then don't be outbid. Look, if the Giants are going to get outbid by the damn Baltimore Orioles, there's a problem. There's a problem, man.
My daughter just said we can't wrap up the show anytime soon because she says the cops haven't arrived over at Lou's place yet.
No.
She goes, you
No.
can't sign up. They haven't the cops arrived
Sorry,
yet.
guys. I know. It is phenomenal. About 95% of the time, exactly about an hour in.
Yeah.
You know.
Ready to take us
But
home, Eric?
Yeah, let's do it.
Go for it, Luke. You're finishing up.
No. What I was going to say is the Giants have money to spend. Spend it wisely. This is what you need to do. No more bluffing. Just do it, get it done with, and you'll be amazed what will happen with the whole entire mentality. Because as soon as the Super Bowl's done next week, it's all about baseball.
All baseball.
Yep.
100%. All right, guys, let's get the hell out of here. We'll be back Friday night. That should be a lot of fun. We'll see if any news drop. Maybe there's some news out. Oh, you know what? I forgot all about this, Fuji. Forgive me. He did have a super chat earlier, $2. He goes, after the beta deal, how much left before the CBT is hit? I'm not mistaken. I think the Giants are, what is it, around, I've heard different numbers. It could be 25, 30 million, somewhere around there, right? Somewhere in that ball range. We'll say 20 to 30 million before the CBT.
Before we
again,
go, okay,
Yeah.
take care of that one.
And then he also donates $2, says Giants spend the junk fees profits to get players. Oh.
No junk fees around here at Giant Sports Talk. Eric.
No junk fees at Giant Sports Talk Live. No.
I cannot forget. It's not just Tommy's. Can't forget everybody else, which I've been doing lately. I've been falling in your trap.
Giant Sports Talk Live, brought to you by Lefties in Burlingame. Visit Lefties for all of your Giants collecting needs. By GenesisGoldIRA.com, Signatures for Soldiers. Duxwell Printing, for all of your printing needs in the Bay Area. Visit Duxwell Printing at 37 Wentworth Place in San Francisco. And by BetterCreditCards.com, for the best credit card choice for you. Visit BetterCreditCards.com, covering the San Francisco Giants nightly. Online, we are Giant Sports Talk Live. Now, back to Eric and Glenn.
And our good friends at Tommy's. Can't forget the guys at Tommy's who hooked Lou and I had so much fun, and we're looking forward to next month, aren't we, guys?
Dude, can't wait. Can't freaking wait, man. That's going to be so much fun. Honestly.
And boy, once that arrives, Eric, that is like the I don't know what you call it. That is just like the pre-ceremony.
Yeah, it is. The opening ceremonies for the 2026
Less than a
season.
week later, we're ready for baseball.
Yep,
It's
That's right.
baseball. Yeah.
that's right.
Love it.
100%. 100%. Like 10 days
Good
later.
job, Lou.
All right, let's get the hell out of here. Again, guys, be good and enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy your Thursday. Hey, maybe we'll be back on here talking about breaking news. That would be nice.
That's what I
It
want
would
to
be
hear.
nice. It will be really nice if we can come on here before we air next on Friday at 8 o'clock. So, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Prediction, Lou. We get lucky. Is this going to come to fruition? I don't have Eric. I left the crystal ball. The crystal ball was full of some kind of liquid. They wouldn't let me on the plane with it. So it's in San Francisco. I can't call on the magic 8 ball or anything like that. But Lou, do you think they get it done?
I think if the Giants do it, they want to be in the news because next weekend is all about the Super Bowl. Why not get them Friday so that's all we talk about the weekend?
There
there's
you
no
go.
other competition, nothing. So why not? That's sort of my goal.
It is the
you go.
Bay Area media, though, Lou. They could sign him and they won't get any coverage because that's all
Well,
they're going to talk about in the Bay
You got to
Area.
remember, they do got a brand new magazine coming out. They have the New Yorker. Now it's the California something.
The California Post.
The California Post. I mean, my God, why not get one of the first ones? Giants get Ace, and it'll be in LA, and they'll go, "Oh yeah," you know what I mean? Do something.
Yeah,
Just to,
there we
keep
go.
going.
I don't know if I mentioned this on the show, Eric, and I should have. I found out when I was still in the Bay. So, Lou, you know where baseballism is across the street on the corner? Baseballism is gone.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Guess who moved in? Tom Brady. The Tom Brady
Oh,
Sports
Tom
Store.
Brady's store, which is twice
New York.
as expensive.
New York,
Yeah, he's buying them
London,
all.
San Francisco,
Wow.
and they're high end, Eric. I mean,
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
very high end.
the red. They might let me in. Might
They
need a
might.
shirt and tie for that too. They'll have the red velvet. You get in, and things are
Wow.
high end. But that's going to be cool in that area. There's kind of a resurgence down there. It's good to see.
Nice. All right, guys, let's get the hell out of here. And we'll be back Friday night, guys. Be good. See you then. Woo! Go get him! Go get him! Come on, do it!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.